More than 24 corporate leaders are preparing for an uncomfortable challenge at Forsyth Barr Stadium. They're taking part in this year's Toss the Boss fundraiser for the Malcam Charitable Trust. And Chief Executive Andy Kilsby is here to tell us more. Good evening.
Good evening.
What is Toss the Boss?
Well, Toss the Boss is a great opportunity for community and business leaders to show what they're made of and demonstrate their skill and their bravery by descending a 37-metre free air abseil at Forsyth Barr Stadium.
Ooh, how many people are doing it this year?
We've got 24 bosses lined up, and we've got 4 young people also taking part in the event. The 24 bosses are raising funds for the Malcam Trust. The 4 young people are raising funds for charities of their choice.
Do you happen to know if the boss for Channel 39 is going to be part of that crew?
Well, which boss would we select? There were so many to choose from, but
they could all have a go.
Exactly, I'm sure you could name a few.
What kind of professional roles are participants in?
Look, we've got the Mayor Dave Cole leading the charge, and he's actually producing a safety video for the rest of the bosses tomorrow, and we'll play that on Thursday. And essentially we've got the Chamber of Commerce Chief Executive Dougal McGowan, the head of the Community Trust Barbara Bridger, and a range of corporate and business leaders in town as well. So it's really fantastic who's lined up for us.
Let's hope they have current life insurance sorted out. When did Toss the Boss begin?
Toss the Boss began for us in 2013. Some staff were actually kicking around some ideas in the Malcam Trust in a kind of a way that we could actually put a challenge down to people and get I guess, business leaders, etc., to actually walk in the shoes of young people who have some significant challenges in front of them in life, and how they could actually demonstrate that and also potentially raise funds for a good cause like the Malcam Trust.
How much are you hoping to raise?
We're hoping to kick our record of 22,000 out of the door, so we're well on track for that. So please do get to www.malcam.org.nz and you can support your favourite boss there.
What will the money be used for?
The money is used to actually support a range of youth development exercises that we run. The Malcam Trust facilitates experiences that enable young people to make successful transitions. And what that means is going from education to employment, disengagement to employment. It's a tough road and a tough ask for young people to make that transition effectively. So we need to put in place certain experiences that can help them along the way.
What do you think the bosses get out of this?
I hope a sense of satisfaction for taking part in something pretty cool. I do know one boss in our first year who was probably the most reluctant to do it at all. He came back running into the room after he had done it and said he wanted to do it again. So we hope for a bit of magic like that.
What a good man.
Absolutely.
Is it hard to convince people to do it?
It varies, shall we say. Some are very keen to do it, some are not so keen, but when you actually set out what the cause is and what they're going to be doing, you know, they're pretty keen to take part, so it's all good.
And an abseil is I've actually done a wee bit of abseiling once before, and I didn't really enjoy it at all. But you're strapped in.
Oh look, you're as safe as houses. Dave Brash and the team at Dunedin Climbing Limited do a fantastic job. They are the absolute pros in the event, so our bosses will be really safe when they do it. But it is a challenge. It's a long drop. It's a long way down.
Yeah, I was just going to say, how far up is it?
37 metres from the top of the stadium to the bottom, and so they're actually going from the upper service gantry. So if you're sitting in the Spates stand at Forsyth Barr and you're looking up at that gantry right at the top, that's where they go from all the way to the pitch below.
So you would break your legs if you were to jump that?
Let's not even contemplate that for health and safety reasons, but certainly it would be a very quick trip down.
What is demand like for your services?
Look, it's an interesting space for young people in Dunedin. We do a fantastic job with education, and we do a fantastic job keeping our young people involved in that. The key challenge for us as a city is the transition from education and how we actually support young people into employment, into a life of fulfilment and direction. And that's the key thing that we're trying to do in the city. It's tough according to our demographic and some of the economic conditions we have here. So that's why the Malcam Trust is here. We'd like to put ourselves out of existence at some point in time, but there's still a strong demand for us to be providing services.
Oh, keep up the good work. Malcam Charitable Trust Chief Executive Andy Kilsby, thanks very much for your time.
Pleasure.